Let's go.
Year 15. MOFE.com.
There we go.
We back. Very special guests in the building. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
What's up, everybody? I'm Liza Forero, coming to you from Miami, but born and raised in Jersey. What's up?
Can't take the jersey out of you, though.
Never.
Okay.
No matter where you go.
Jersey girl forever.
That's what it is. Now, you know, for the people who don't know you, you know, I know you for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I did some music, you know, for the same people you did. Mm-hmm. And, you know, where did you get your start from? Okay. And, you know, at what point did you know that you wanted to do music for your life?
Mm-hmm. Well, I always wanted to do it. I always knew I wanted to do music from the very beginning since I was little. So that was always 100% on that. But when I started to take it seriously, it was when I was 16 years old. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and, like, I was singing, I don't know what I was singing, like, on the radio, and he was like, wow, you can really sing. And so he brought me to the studio in Carteret, New Jersey, and that's actually AF Entertainment's home base. And that's where I started recording and writing, you know, etc. So that's where I really took my career seriously.
That's what it is. Now, you know, I mean... So you actually do you do a lot of writing, or do you have people write for you? I mean,
I do writing. I write all my music.
Wow.
Every single lyric that I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you know, as far as, like, you know, your music goes, you know, what actually lane are you, you know, trying to go in? I mean, you know, do you consider yourself poppy, R&B? I mean,
I consider myself both. It's kind of hard because R&B is my first love, and I sing in a very R&B tone, but I love pop music. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a mix between. I always say it's pop R&B because it really is a mix between. It's not more R&B and it's not more, you know, pop. You know, so.
Okay. Now everybody wants to be a rapper. You want to rap?
I do rap on a couple of my records, but I don't rap. Like I just call it swag. Like I just start, you
know, a couple bars, right?
Yeah, just like one of my verses or like that kind of thing. I don't rap though.
That's good. Now, you know, I mean, you have so much going on right now. I don't even know where to start, but, you know, you just attended, you know, a very big award show, your first red carpet, I see.
My first red carpet.
You know, let's talk about that. I mean, you know,
fun, yeah.
what exactly was the award? What was the show?
It was the CSAC Pop Awards. Because, like I said before, I'm a writer. And so, like, a year and a half ago, I got started with CSAC. I'm an official writer, you know, publisher. And I got invited through the regional manager of Miami / CSAC Latino, because I'm Colombian. So he believes in me, and he took me, you know, under his wing and invited me, and I got, you know, the official ticket with my manager, and I was, you know, it was honestly one of the best times of my life so far.
So
cool.
What about the red carpet? I mean, how did you, you know, how was that accepting
the red carpet? Was cool. Like, we got there, and they're like, you know, they ask you, like, who you are, and then there's like 20 paparazzis just, Liza, look here, Liza, you know, pose, and then, you know, they interview you on the carpet and ask you, you know, who you're wearing. Typical thing you see on e-television. Like, it's pretty funny, but it was cool.
Wow. Now, you know, for a lady, how is it picking your dress? I mean,
what would you say your motivation is, like, daily, on a daily basis? Which makes you, you know, what drive you to do what you do in music? You know, what like, I know it might be something, you know, that's constant motivation, or it could just be something you just pick out of the air, like, oh, this is going to be my motivation for today. What would you think? How would you think you know, what category would you fit yourself into?
Okay, well, I mean, I'm a daily motivation. I would say I work out every morning, so that right there is just, it kind of motivates my whole day. You know, it's like therapy. You kind of sit there like, all right, what am I gonna do today? what am I gonna accomplish today? Like, what am I gonna do for Liza Forero to step a little bit further today? So, you know, and it kind of just, you know, you just kind of write down your goals, think about it, get it done.
Yeah. Well, you know,
who were some of your influences? I mean, coming up singing, you know, who inspires you?
Yeah, I got a few, but my top is Mariah. Mariah Carey is my idol. So ever since I listened to her, you know, her Visions of Love CD, I wanted to sing just like her. I thought I could. I definitely didn't, but I got there. I don't know. It's just like when you really, really think you can do something, you just find it inside of you and you do it. But aside from that, Aaliyah was a really big inspiration to me too. Like I literally remember when I heard At Your Best, the first time I heard that, and I was, you know, a little kid. So her and, you know, I'm Latina, so a lot of pop Spanish artists influenced me. I have to say, you know, Selena was a big influence as well.
That's cool. I guess I wanted to ask you too, you know, why did you choose Miami, you know, of all cities to, you know, make home base?
Yeah, when I left, because I'm born and raised in Jersey, like I said, and when I left, you know, New Jersey, New York, everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you going to Miami? Especially 5 years ago, because, you know, right now it really is up and coming. Yeah. Even a little more. Like, you know, the music scene right now is crazy over there. But 5 years ago, definitely wasn't as poppin'. But, like, I don't know. It was just calling me. Like I said, it's like I'm Latina, so I wanted to be around my culture. And I loved being there every time I would visit. It's just... The vibe,
down there,
the weather, you know, everybody's beautiful. The sun's shining every day. It's like you can't help but be positive and be inspired. And so, that's why.
That's crazy. Now, you know, how is the change, you know, musically, you know, from Jersey artists and Miami artists? I mean, producer wise, you know, engineer wise. How did you adapt to that?
Yeah, it was. I can't say it was difficult, but. I feel like I brought my up north vibe to Miami and combined it to what I found there. And so it worked. And I have a pretty big hip-hop influence in my music as well. And so, you know, the production that I ran across, I don't know, it just happened. It worked, you know. I don't know.
Now, I want to get into some music.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know, the EP. Yeah. You know, Dear Diary, you know, what's that about? I mean, tell me about the name, you know, what does it mean? Yeah. And, you know, why you choose an EP? Because I always have that argument. Yeah. Why an EP instead of
versus
a full album?
A full album, yeah. I chose the EP because no one knew who I was, you know. Okay. I've done things here and there, but I never really had a solid background where people are like, oh, I know Liza, you know. Yeah. I feel like I did back in the day, I did Making the Band, then I did X Factor, but I was in a group, you know, and so I really didn't feel like I got my exposure, and so I really needed to tell the world who I was, and so I felt like I didn't want to wait till my album was done. I'm like, okay, these tracks, I love these tracks. They really kind of they kind of show the world who I am, basically, in different ways, because some of them are real pop tracks, some of them are real R&B, some of them are soulful, some of them are Latino, and they all, like, the lyrics, like, they all mean a lot to me. So
that's what it is. And you wrote everything on this album?
Yes, except one song was co-written by my mentor here in Jersey.
Okay. Now, what do you want to get into? I Gotta Get Out. Mad Games?
Mind
Games. Thank you, Engineer Dave. We can't write. What do you want to get into? What song first?
Mind Games is actually my favorite song.
Okay.
So why not?
So let's get into Mind Games. You good, Leather Glove?
Let's go!
Yeah. 15. MOFE.com. We back. My bad. Getting a little excited. So, you know, Mind Games. You know, I like it a lot. You know, now as far as like you know, we touched a little base before about, you know, the whole you've been on X Factor, and you know you also been, you know, you tried out for American Idol, right? All that.
Yeah, I tried for American Idol like
now
3-4 times.
Before I get into you, are those people really that crazy out there?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, did you have to wait online and stuff like that? I mean, you know, what's it like out there? I mean, with knowing that you gotta 1,000, 10,000 competition?
Like, I mean, people always ask me, if I would ever, do more reality shows, and that's a definitely no.
Yeah.
Never. But at the same time, too, I don't knock it because it gives, exposure, and it brings you a little bit further, but it is crazy. It's just like, I remember the second time I auditioned for American Idol, I actually went to Miami, and that's when I wasn't living in Miami yet. And I sat online for, almost 24 hours.
Wow.
The sun was beating on you. It's hot. It's too much. The auditions is a crazy process for them to just be like, nah, next.
Wow.
I made it to the judges, which is, like 3 levels, and you're there for maybe 4-5 days, something like that. But
now, would you ever do it again?
No.
Never?
No,
okay.
Not interested.
Now, you also, I remember you were in a group.
Yes.
Was three girls, right? 3 something?
It was 4 girls.
Oh, 4.
But originally it was 5, and then
okay.
it was 4, and we were called 2 Squared.
Oh yeah, 2 Squared. That was it. Now, why did you decide to go with the group first, and then what happened leading up to that to make you want to go solo?
Yeah. When I moved to Miami, I was definitely on my solo game, but it kind of just happened. It was an audition, and I always loved, En Vogue and even pop groups like the Spice Girls growing up. Like, I loved groups, So I'm like, you know what? Let me give this a try, And I've been doing this for a long time, so anything I was willing to try anything, So I did, and I made the commitment, and I'm a very loyal person. So okay. I made the commitment, and I was with the group for 3 years. I tried it out, and that's what it is.
That's good. Now, would you ever do the group thing again?
No.
All right. Well,
no, definitely.
What would you think most of your inspiration would come from when you do write your music?
When I write my music,
yeah.
It's total life experience on a daily basis. Whatever I go through, everything, like one of my songs that I just recorded was about waking up in Miami and just being so happy to be, around the warm weather and beautiful people and this and that. And, people always take life so seriously. It's like, yo, I got like trees there, sun shining, beach. Life is good. Like, fuck it. Like, why are you gonna be upset? I haven't made it, but damn, I have so many good things happening in my life. So you gotta be grateful.
Wow.
It's called Don't Matter. So
that's crazy. Now, how often do you actually write?
I write. Honestly, it depends. Like, if I get a couple beats, my way, and I'm inspired by the beat, then I'll write to it, or if I'm inspired by just life itself. So not on a daily basis. It has to feel right.
I always ask, I always tend to ask this question too, like, how much of what you write makes it, to record? You have a lot of stuff that doesn't make it.
Yeah, okay. I have a lot of stuff. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'd say like 50%.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what would you say your style would be considered of? What would you?
Yeah. Like I said before, pop R&B.
No, I mean, like, as far as like, yeah, because I see you got crazy nails.
My style.
You got to fit it on. Yeah, like, I seen you last night. You're in like a beautiful gown. Now you're in a wife beater with a hat. Where do you get your style from?
Yeah,
it's kind of like writing too. It's like whatever you're inspired by on a daily basis, but. And it goes back to my music too. It's pop R&B, like a little bit of hip hop. So that's my style in my clothes and how I represent myself. Like, it's kind of whatever I'm feeling that day.
Yeah.
But it's definitely feminine. But I always like to have like a little kind of boyish swag to it.
That's cool.
I guess, and like I like a very unique, weird stuff too. Like my nails are kind of weird. But
now, you spoke before on working with a fashion, Liz Taylor.
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to get into, fashion clothes and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your shoe game look like?
I got 2 closets full of shoes.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's up there.
So
for sure. That's definitely something I want to do in the future after I make it. And I would love to have a clothing line, and I'm huge into fashion. I don't even go shopping on a daily basis or anything, but I take all my clothes that I have and I put shit together. Like, so, like, I'll buy, a new pair of, like a new skirt, and then I'll, tie it into, like, a hat and a shirt that I already had with shoes, and it looks like a new outfit. Like, I just went shopping yesterday, but I didn't, so I just put shit together, and I love that. I love doing that.
That's crazy, man. So, you want to get some more music?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you want to get into now?
Okay, let's get into... I Get What I Want.
Now, let's talk about this song, how it came about.
I get what I want.
Do you get what you want?
Yeah, I always get what I want. since I was young, that's what I do. I get what I want.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
seriously, yo. But yeah, 15mofe.com. We back.
Yeah.
If anybody tuned in, they want to call up, they can call up too. 201-467-4673, man. Talk to her, man. You want to give us support, do what you do, man. 201-467-4673.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to talk about your name. Now, is that actually your official name, like your government name?
Mm-hmm.
No, why did you decide to do that?
Yeah. It was a toss up. It was really hard to come up with my stage name. But I just felt like, Liza is an unusual name. I don't know anybody who has Liza. I know mad Lisas, but people call me Lizzie F baby or Lizzie F.
Lizzie F baby.
I like that one. That's good.
But that sounded too much of like a rap artist, and I don't want to give off that impression, really. And people can call me that if they feel like it. Like at home in Miami, people call me Lizzie F all day long.
You might actually be tougher than like 90% of the rap game right now. You know that, right?
That's funny.
You should actually become a rapper.
No, so yeah. And then the Forero thing is like, you can say it, Forero, or you can say it Forero. So it kind of works in my benefit because I want to represent my Colombian background.
Okay. Now, for everybody out there that's wondering, what exactly is your nationality?
Colombian.
100%?
100% Colombian.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, now, as far as the Dear Diary, that's what we're promoting now. But I mean, what's next? I mean, are we working on new music? Are we working on another album?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm working on the official album.
Okay.
So, those songs will be brought over to the album. But
okay.
I'm in the process of doing my album. So I've already laid down. No, I don't have a name yet.
That's good.
And I don't come up with things till after. When I see the whole product, then I'm like, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah. Now, as far as like your music goes, how many tracks do you think you should do in order to make an album full? Like, do you do 30 to pick the best 12? I mean, how much music? I should say, how much music do you actually do?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna lay down a lot of tracks because this is my one and only time. Like, I'm giving it my fucking all.
Yeah.
And so I'm recording all of my tracks, like shit that I've wrote when I was little, when I was 16 years old, to 2 months ago. And then I'm gonna pick from there. And I definitely know it's gonna be a large album. It's not gonna be just 12 tracks.
Oh, okay.
So
now, one other question. How is it being a woman in this business? I mean, I get a lot of rappers on the show and stuff like that. But how has your ride been? Business wise,
it's really tough. It really is, because it's it's industry. Like, it just is what it is, But like my song, I get what I want, and so I am a very strong female. And like last night, actually, I was in the city and I saw Harv Pierre of Bad Boy, and I sang a little bit in the city, and then I quickly gave him my EP card with all my info. I'm like, hey, please, if you could listen to my stuff, I'd appreciate it. And you just gotta get in there and be vocal and know exactly what you want and fight for it and be strong.
That's good. Now, I always I seen on YouTube you do some covers too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, why do you feel like that's necessary, you know?
Mm-hmm. Covers are super important, and I'm actually working on 2 or 3 more to bring them up to date. Covers are very important because people know these are their favorite songs that they grew up with, or you know, that are playing right now, and for you to you know, showcase their favorite song or whatever it is, it just brings it back. You know, they're like, oh, I love that song, and if you do it well, it just warms their heart. People love it. Like, they just know, they love what's familiar. It's really hard to, as an independent artist, to have people listen to stuff they don't know, and they don't know you. They really don't give a fuck, you know. So, like, chances are of, like, for them to give you their attention, it's pretty hard. And so, yeah, you just gotta. Covers are very important as a singer.
That's good.
All right. Well, what do you think separates you from a lot of other female artists out there? What do you think would you know, in the public's eyes, make you pop?
Mm-hmm. I think the collaboration of my music and who I am, I think really is different. You know, people are always like, oh, you kind of sound like Christina Aguilera or something. But it's not at all. Like, if you listen to my music, it's not at all similar at all. Like, I write my own music. I'm speaking Spanish, you know, when I'm doing my tracks, you know, like my I have some like hip hop tones, like, in a lot of my music, you know. And then, you know, I'm like a Jersey girl, you know, so like I have like all my pop game is really strong. So it's just like there's so much combined into who I am that I really don't think there's anybody out there like that. And yes,
I'm sure it's like you know, I'm not familiar with the Miami scene, but are there any other independent female rap like singers down there that
you should know about?
Yeah.
That we should know about. There's
who cares? It ain't about them.
Yeah.
It's about you.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a big music game over there.
Who do you like down there? Is there anybody that you like?
There's a lot of artists, you know, trying to make it out there. Very different types of music. But right now, I'm so focused on myself, to be honest with you, and I don't mean to sound like
there's nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
all about myself, but honestly, like, this is my time to shine and to make it, so I'm all about Liza.
Now, I want to talk about, you know, was it Zad Music, right? That's the name of the
yeah,
of the
Zad
label?
Music is
you know,
my label.
You know, what made you, you know, go with them and, you know, work with them and, you know, tell me a little bit about, you know, the background of it. I mean, what y'all got going on? I mean,
Jonathan, who owns the label, is from New York, and so when I lived here in New Jersey, he found me on MySpace when MySpace was huge back then, and you know, I had like some whack songs on there, but you could really, I guess, tell that I could kind of sing, you know. And so he hit me up on MySpace, and we started working on some things together. He was kind of managing me unofficially. Back then, and you know, we were doing things like demoing for artists that were popular back then, like Danity Kane, Maya, and Britney Spears, and so I was, you know, doing that kind of thing, like writing and demoing, like a demo singer type thing. And then I started like recording a couple tracks, and it just didn't work out, but there was no bad blood. We worked, you know, as hard as we could, and we always stayed in contact. And so, when I moved to Miami, he kept in touch with me, and he always had a great vibe, and he's such a hard worker, and so I believed in that, and I believed in his belief for me. So
that's good.
That's important.
What's the website?
My website?
No, didn't he have a website he gave me? Was that you?
That's just mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mine is.
Yeah, because I remember he sent me an email and said it's in the website. I want to make sure I got your stuff too. Okay. Now, you know, as far as your website, your music's up there, everything's up there.
Yes.
And you on iTunes?
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place.
Now let's talk about that, because that's the most important thing. I mean, you know, go to iTunes. You know, spell your name for everybody who, you know, don't. You know.
It's a little difficult, but I mean, Liza, Liza, and then Forero is Forero. And my website is lizaferreromusic.com.
Okay.
So all my social networks are Liza Forero Music.
That's what it is. Now, any artists, you know, producers that want to send you beats or, you know, collabs, any music they have for you or whatever, you know, do you have an email or a contact that they could contact you at?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My manager's email is Liza Forero. Okay. I'm going to change it to management at lizaferreromusic.com.
Okay. So now, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get into another song,
Okay.
and then you're gonna rap for me.
I'm gonna
No,
rap.
I'm just
you.
kidding.
I could
So-
sing you a song that kind of has a little
Okay.
rap in it.
That's what you can sing for me. So you got that? What you want to play now? Your pick.
Let's do the Spanish one. It's called Ayúdame.
Let's go!
Yeah,
Dramatic.
15. MOFE.com. That was crazy. Spanish. So my engineer, asked a good question off air that I wanted you to address. As far as the Spanish, thing goes, are you're gonna be a lot more tracks on the album Spanish wise? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the album is gonna be larger because I'm planning on having like probably about 5 Spanish tracks
Wow.
on the album. So that's so important to me. Like, even though I was born and raised in Jersey, my whole entire family is Colombian. Like that's all I know as far as
Heritage,
culture, and it's so important to me to represent my culture.
Wow.
So
Now the writing, is it harder in Spanish than English for you, or
it's a little
which one do you
it's a
rather
little
do?
more difficult for me because I speak English all day long, all the time. But I do speak Spanish, so
Yeah.
it's just a little bit more difficult. Like, it's not as quick. I gotta really sit there and think,
Cool.
use my brain.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, as far as videos go, single, when could we expect one, and what's the deal with the whole?
Yeah, I got my single already chosen. It's not on the EP. The EP was basically to get a buzz going for me.
Okay.
And my first single will be out definitely this summer. And the video is already done. It's been done. And I can't say the name of it, but I did. I'm very excited about it. Like, it's just like it's a dream come true. That video is so beautiful. It's done so good. It's so amazing. It's so professional. It's all I've ever wanted. I've never done a video before, ever. I was never even a part of a video, ever. So I didn't even know what I was doing at all. So, yeah, that'll be coming out this summer.
Okay. That's what it is. Now.
Oh, real quick, sorry.
Okay.
Shout out to Seeley, who directed the video, and he's out in Salt Lake City, Utah. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about that. What's your favorite city besides Miami, of course? That's cheating. That you've been to.
That I've been to?
Yeah.
I gotta go in New York. Like, that's it. Every time I'm there, I'm like, God,
Busy
Wow.
city.
fucking
busy
place
city.
is amazing. I was in New York City last night, and I was at a showcase for different artists,
Yeah.
and there's just so much soul in New York. There's so much talent. It's just like, damn, like,
Wow.
I love it. I love New York.
That's what it is. Now, as far as performances, I know you have a very big performance coming up tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Home base performance.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
is this gonna be the
excited
first time
about
you
that.
perform for your friends?
Yeah, well, in a long time,
Okay.
since I moved from New Jersey, I haven't.
That should be fun.
My last performance before I moved was in East Orange. It was a showcase thing, but
Okay.
that was like 7-8 years ago or something.
Wow.
So I'm excited about this
That's
one,
good.
especially because it's the reunion show with the AF people, and
That's good.
that's my
Can I give a shout out to Budokai?
yes.
Shout
Let's
out to
do it.
Budokai, man.
Budokai,
Yeah,
B
man.
Bernard, I love you.
But it's at the XL Lounge. Am I correct?
XL Lounge
What
in
time?
Newark. The show is starting at 10. I go last, so I don't know when that is, but
Oh, you're the headliner,
something like that.
Nah, but and as far as future performances, what do we got going on? You have anything booked up?
Yeah. I actually have my next performance after this one tomorrow. Is June 8th. And that one I'm very, very excited about as well, because that is a official CSAC showcase
Wow.
featuring Liza Forero. So I'm like the spotlight artist. And I'm actually doing that with a live band. So my
Wow.
EP, I'm doing the whole entire EP with a live band. And so that's cool as fuck to me because I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So
Now, where's that going to be at?
that's in Miami.
Okay.
And that's it's downtown Miami, the city.
You have a venue?
Yeah, it's called PAX and
Okay.
Brickell. Be there.
That's what it is,
June
man.
8th.
Be
Please
there.
support.
Now, before we get out of here, I want to talk about, now, how much preparation do you do to get, especially with a live band, you gotta put that work in. I mean,
oh yeah, we've been practicing already for a month, and so.
Let's take this phone call.
Yay! Exciting.
Yo, 15 minutes of fame. What's up?
It's good. It's Mac Forero.
What's up, Mac?
What's up,
Shit,
man?
man, I had to salute y'all for premiering that joint, yo.
That's what it is. You tuned in right now?
I just got to the crib. I'm tuning in exactly right now. It's loading up and all that.
Well, you're gonna see the most beautiful lady in Miami. She's up here right now, Liz Forero.
Hi.
Tell her I got a crush on her.
That's what it is.
If I could see you, I might have a crush on you.
Woo!
Oh God! Oh, yeah. I'm following you right now on Instagram too.
That's a good point. So, but yeah, yo, good looking on the call, man. Yo, tune in, yo, hear her music, man. It's great.
Yeah, you already know. You know I support, bro. I'm logging in right now as we speak. I told y'all still. For some reason, the site ain't loading up too well on my computer, like I told you before.
Yeah.
I'm going to work around it. But tell her, yo, shout outs to you, though. All right?
Thank
That's
you.
what it is, Matt. Good looking.
All right.
It's
one of my loyal listeners.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Now, like I was saying about the preparation, I mean, what goes into it? I mean,
it's a lot of preparation, and especially because I'm a perfectionist. There's so many people that are like, oh, hey, come perform at this venue, come perform at my show here, this. And it's kind of tough to be like, I can't do that show especially because you're a woman, it's like you can't come off as a diva.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is my first EP, and so every performance that I do, I have to prepare, and it has to be good. Yeah. So I can't half-ass it. I'm not going to stand there with a karaoke track in the back and sing. No, it's not going to happen like that. It needs to be done very well. It needs to be prepared with weeks, months in advance.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I want to give you this opportunity to curse out any ex-boyfriends, anybody that you have to, do what you got to do, give your Twitter, give all your information out there, and I want you to sing for me.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely...
You got a good audience. I mean,
Damn, you just put me on the spot.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
You don't have to curse nobody.
No, I can't do that. I would love to.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Nah, but give your Twitter out.
Yeah, my Twitter is Liza Forero Music. That's LizaForero Music. And that's on Twitter. That's on Facebook. Instagram. Oh, duh. Come on.
Following.
I'm like, damn, I'm an Instagram whore.
I know. And I've been telling us this.
I'm on that shit every fucking day.
I see palm
24/7.
It's so beautiful down there.
Yeah, it's great.
I will be following.
Yes, please do. And I will follow back.
Yep. So what's the Instagram? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Liza Forero Music on Instagram. And my website, www.lizaforeromusic.com. Please. Videos, photos, my EP's on there. You can listen to it and then download it on iTunes or Amazon, etc. SoundCloud as well.
Man. Go spend that money on some good independent music, man. I promise you, I'm gonna tell you this too. I will go home when I get back from Long Island night. I will download the EP off iTunes. I promise you.
Please do.
So
I got some free download cards for you too.
No, we don't do that. we pay for talent. So But
that's cool.
Anything? And we good? Shout to your manager, man. Good guy, man. Nice and quiet.
From
cool
Miami.
guy over there. He's cool.
From the 305.
There you go.
Shout out to Miami. I love Miami.
So there's Miami in the building.
Miami.
So I mean, if we're finished, I just want my listeners to hear you sing, if that's possible.
Yeah, of course.
And let's go, man.
Let's do it. This is called Don't Matter, and it's not on my EP, so it's a little special treat.
Fellas in the room, don't fall in love neither, all right? Just letting y'all know.
Okay. A tattoo of my life is imprinted on my heart. The visions of my life are blue. But I won't let these memories define what I'm about. 'Cause I'm much more than what stands true. 'Cause the sun shines bright early where I live, and the beautiful people step right in. And it's silly, real silly to me, to walk around with a mean mug. Shit don't stink, and it's my life, so I'ma stand by it. And I don't really give a fuck what you think. So take it from me, enjoy your life while you live, and keep your head up, smile, 'cause life is a trip, yeah. That's just the first verse.
You just spit some bars right there, yo. But yo, I told y'all before, I'm gonna tell you on there, you know, anything you need, please feel free to contact me.
Yo, seriously, thank you for having me here. Like,
know.
I've known you for a very long time.
Yep.
For the listeners out there, when I was 16 years old, the company I worked with here in New Jersey was called AF Entertainment.
Word.
And that's actually the show we're having tomorrow is a reunion of those people. And you were a part of that.
Yeah.
And that's like really, really special because that's where I learned everything. And that's where
That's
learned
where we
everything.
all learned.
That was home base. You know, that's like, you know, that's everything right there. So.
But tomorrow, XL Lounge.
XL Lounge.
What time?
Yeah, 10. You got to be there, Newark.
10
It's
o'clock.
going to be really, really good.
Y'all got an address? No?
Oh, I don't even Jabs.
Jab Street, yeah, something like that. XL Lounge, I know what
It's
it is.
Newark,
Man.
come
yeah,
on.
Yeah. So, you know, so you can see her perform there. And download the EP off iTunes,
Yes,
man.
please. Dear Diary.
Do it for me if you won't do it for any other reason, all right? So, but I thank you for coming through.
Thank
what
you
wanna
so
close?
much.
What you want to close with?
Oh, a song? Ooh, okay, what have we... Blah, blah, blah. Let's do I Gotta Get Out.
Okay.
Gotta Get Out.
Yeah. Let's go, man. 15 minutes of fame.
Thank you.
Let's go!